You may be asking yourself, one is greater than none. So when is one not greater than none? We talk about that on today's video.
Good morning, my YouTubian friends. It's a Friday. I would say happy Friday, but looking at my weight, 165.5, I'm not going to say happy Friday. Let's look at our stats from yesterday. It was Thursday. Yesterday's stats came in at 642 with only 12,424 steps. This had to do with some, again, life events busting in the way. I did get in my exercise and my weights, so I was happy about that. But looking at the scales, oh my God, we jumped up a whole 2 pounds. Yes, that can happen sometimes, but I think there's something else going on. So at the beginning of this video, I say, when is one not greater than none? Remember, the whole adage of this whole workout journey of mine is one, meaning doing one thing, is better than doing nothing. Well, guess what? There are times when that is just not true. It is not always good to do one thing.
So you're asking yourself, Nut, all this time you've been telling us one is greater than none. And when it comes to your workout journey and doing exercise and getting up and doing something, it is greater than none. I'm sitting here, I've done pretty well on my journey so far. I say 33 pounds, I think, is where I'm at. Oh, look what someone brought into the office. It's a bag, a small, itty bitty tiny bag of Welch's fruit snacks. It's mixed fruit. They're real fruit, it says so on the bag. It's an excellent source of vitamins A, C, and E. It's gluten-free. I can have one of these. Now, let's take a quick look at the back of the bag. Now, I look, I go, why? It's only 70 calories. Certainly, I can have this one bag. So I eat the one bag. Well, now, as with all bad sugary treats, one bag is not good enough, so I'll do another one. Well, look at that. It's so small.
That's what she said.
The little tiny itty bitty bites in here. How can that be bad for me? I've done so well. Certainly, I could have another one, right? Boom. And before you know it, you've eaten 20 bags full. Now you go, wait a minute. I would never, ever eat 20 of those little bags. And you know what? You're probably right. You probably wouldn't eat 20 bags. Well, let's do the math, shall we? 70 calories in just one of those little bags. If I were to jog 1 mile, that burns approximately 120 calories for me. So that means 2 of these bags equates to 1 mile of jogging, or about 9 to 10 minutes of jogging. That's 120. This is 140 calories in these 2 little bags. So you go, okay, well, yeah, all right, I can do that. Well, what if you haven't been meeting up to your exercise standards like you had been because you're at your weight level and you decide, I can relax that. So now you've dropped the calorie burn that you've done, but now I've upped the calorie intake I have. And what typically happens is once you've had those 2 bags, you forgot that you've had those 2 bags earlier. And then 2 o'clock in the afternoon comes and oops, I got another bag, and another bag, and another bag, and another bag. Pretty soon, I have eaten 10 bags of that. Well, now I'm at 700 calories. 700 calories. That is almost my whole day's worth of running. That is almost 6 miles of running I would have to do just for that. 6 miles of running I'd have to do. That's what I do in an entire day. Were those 10 bags worth it? Well, at the time you probably thought, yeah, and you go, that's just one day. I just did that. I won't do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and you're back at work and that bowl of those fruit snacks are still there. Temptation. It's a temptation that you don't need. So you have to be strong and avoid that. And you go, oh, I've tried to be strong. I'm just so weak. I fall into that trap. I fall into that trap too. I have fallen into that trap. I'm going to tell you, for me, sugar, as you know, is my nemesis. Sugar is my nemesis. I love sweet treats, and I love sweet treats like this. I'll only have 1 bag. Just 1 bag, it'll tie me over. And you know what? Once in a while, if you've been good on your plan, once in a while, it's not a bad thing. But when you start to stop your workout plan a little bit, that you pull them back, and you start taking more than 1 bag, more than 2 bags, and now you're at 10 bags, you can get there really quick. So you've got to recognize that, and that's what this is. It's kind of a warning to you guys out there, because I've fallen into that trap. I'm guilty. I have sinned.
I have sinned.
You've got to pull back and take a step back and go, wait a minute. I've just spent 8 months of working hard. And I'm not gonna say I've been denying myself of things too much. I mean, yes, I've cut the sugar out, but for the most part, I'm eating where I feel full, but I have worked really hard to get to this point. And it's not gonna take much for me of that sugary treat. Now, maybe for you, it's the French fries or the potato chips or whatever, chocolate cakes. For me, it's these kind of treats because they're so small, and you just take one and then you take another, and they just seem so small, but those small things build up. I mean, over a day, could I easily eat 10 bags like that? Absolutely I could. And I have. I would say probably in the last week, I have been eating something like this every day. No more. No more. I can't afford it. I've worked too hard to get to where I am, and I'm not gonna keep doing it. So this is my warning to you guys. Stay steady in your journey. You can do this. We can do this. So I'm saying this again as a warning to you. Yeah, don't mind the glasses. I need them to see. I don't need them to talk to the camera, but I need them to see other things. Stick with it. Stick with it. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm using this as a warning to myself, but as a guidance to you too. I hope this has helped you today. I think tomorrow, I got a lovely, off the subject now I'm done with that. I got a lovely phone call from my sister-in-law. She called and said she watched one of my videos, the one from yesterday where I was doing The new stuff I've added, the weights, and showed her some of the push-ups. She goes, I can't even do one. I can't even do one. You know what? I was there. I couldn't even do one. I'm gonna tell you tomorrow how we get started doing push-ups. If you wanna do push-ups, you wanna try to do push-ups, they're a great exercise. You don't need anything. You don't have to buy weights. You don't have to go to a gym. You can do them anywhere, literally. You can do them anywhere. I'm gonna try to help you understand how you can start doing those things, because this is how I did it. I mentioned it way long ago. If you go back to some of my first videos, I showed you how to start doing some push-ups, but I'm gonna redo that tomorrow because I think it's really important. There's a lot of people who just give up because they think, I can't even do one. I'm not even gonna bother trying. You know what? You can do one. You can do one. You just gotta change how you do it. Don't go on YouTube and look at these guys that have, you know, the Adonis bodies, and they're down there and they're like, see, I can do these 100 push-ups. Not a problem. You should be doing 100 push-ups a day. And you know what? That would be great if we can get to 100 push-ups a day. But when you're starting out, you can't. Don't give up. There are other methods to get you started. And yeah, there's gonna be some work involved. And if you wanna progress to get to that 100 push-ups like Adonis, you gotta start somewhere. And it's just one thing. You just gotta start with the one thing. I'm gonna show you how to do some modified things that you can do anywhere. And that'll get you going, all right? So hang in there, come back tomorrow and you can check that out. I'm trying to make sure to get that out early. Again, tomorrow's a Saturday. I usually have a lot of weird stuff going on, but we'll get it going, all right? Thanks again, everyone, for joining me today. I know this was a little bit off topic, but I think it was really important. So if you find yourself falling back into traps where you're picking up stuff like this, like I did, because hey, it's so small, it's not gonna hurt me, right? Wrong, it will. I mean, 10 of these bags is not a lot. You think, yeah, well, if I ate 10 of them at one sitting, that would be a lot. But if I eat 3 in the morning, get to the office, 3 bags, that's not much. Gives a little burst of energy, and then that energy, you know, you get a little burst of energy from that sugar burst, boop, and then that sugar burst drops a lot. So what do you need? You need that other burst of energy. So what do? You take another 3 bags in an hour or two. By the end of the day, you're at 12 bags. And at the end of the day, now I've got to have 7 miles under my belt just for that 7 bags. I'm not talking about your lunch. I'm not talking about a dinner. I'm not talking about a breakfast that you're gonna have throughout your day, because you will. Just for that blankety blank 10 bags, 7 miles you need just for that. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. I don't want to go run another 7 miles just so I can have some bags of mixed fruit, Welch's, jelly goodnesses. No. Again, if you've been prudent, once in a while, not a bad thing, but not when it starts becoming a consistent pattern. Gotta stop it. Thank you, Michael Jordan. All right, guys, I'm gonna clip this off now, put this together for you, get it out. Hang loose, everybody. I love you much. Thanks for all the words of encouragement, and I will talk to you tomorrow.